Hi, my name is Stephanie King, and I'm a consultant with RedPath Consulting Group, as well as a co-leader of the Salesforce Twin Cities nonprofit user group. For the 9 years that I've been a co-leader of the user group, one of our favorite sayings has been, if you can dream it, you can build it. A little more than a year ago, I started a project with a friend focused on blockchain education. As that venture started to grow, we needed a system to manage our efforts. So of course, I started to build it in Salesforce. Lots of people still think that blockchain is just about cryptocurrency. They don't realize that the technology is being used to solve interesting problems, like secure voting, self-sovereign custody of identity and personal records, and financial tools for the world's 1.7 billion unbanked adults. It's even being used to create new ways for NGOs to raise money, offer more transparency to donors, and increase their impact. Some of the people who have the most to gain from this emerging technology are those who have the least access to information and education about it. What's more, they may not have reliable access to computers, internet, or even electricity. That's why we established the Ngong Road Blockchain Lab in Nairobi, Kenya. The lab was funded by the Cardano Blockchain Treasury after the project and funding were approved by global token holders on the blockchain network. At the lab, local Kenyans participate in developer mentorship, Swahili translation of blockchain educational content, and community outreach activities, while getting paid the equivalent of a part-time job. To manage the day-to-day activities of the lab and a team that spans 2 continents, we use Salesforce. We're using RedPath's Enhancement Manager to juggle tickets for the developer mentees. We're using fully custom objects to organize articles and Swahili translation. We even have a special record type to organize our weekly calls and check-ins. We use Chatter and Slack to stay in touch and in sync across time zones. Being a registered education nonprofit has given us access to the 10 free licenses offered by Salesforce.org. Using the platform in a creative way has allowed us to organize our efforts and produce reportable results, which is important when we seek funding to continue the work that has started at the lab. Since I'm here at the lab in Kenya for a visit, let's hear from the people at the lab.
My name is Salia Natieno. So my favorite thing about using Salesforce is, of course, I have 2 of them. The first one is the check-ins part. So this is basically where we create entries each and every single week for the time we've spent working on things, and also we get to say what we've learned, any new thing we've learned, questions you might have, and then we get to have a meeting with Stephanie every other week so that you can be able to discuss these entries. And of course, the other thing will be the enhancement part. This is basically where we can see the articles that we need to translate. You just say your progress, how far you are with the articles, and then when you're done with the articles, you can also indicate that you're done. So it keeps you up to par so that you know which articles you have, what work you have to get done, and which work already is done.
Hi, I'm Tabitha Ongachi. I am a blockchain website translator. I work with Donation where we use Salesforce. Salesforce we use to track our work. We have a roadmap which shows you what you will do next. And also we have a resource center where you can link articles which you've read outside there so that other people can come and read it. So thank you.